once the co-op was established in Cape Dorset, it took over management of the studios, and in a very key thing, they hired Terry Ryan, who had gone up to cover a leave of Jim Houston's. They hired him to be the general manager, and at that point, the co-op literally was just the studios, and there was a hunting, the hunters had part of it as well. Within 5 years, he and the board, the extraordinary board, of which Kanangana Pudugu was the president, had decided that in order to get away from government, influence, that they would become financially secure. And between 60 and 65, they picked up the snowplow contract, the oil delivery contract, the water contract. They wrote the tickets for the airplanes. Terry got the home hardware franchise. And in 65, triumphantly, they opened their store, which was in competition with the Hudson's Bay. But the difference is, of course, is that most of the people living in the settlement were co-op members, which means that you would want to shop primarily at the co-op store, where A, you get a discount, and B, there's dividends at the end of the year. That is what ensured the final success of the Cape Dorset studios, because although other studios started, Arctic Quebec started doing prints in 1961, Baker Lake followed, Pangnirtung followed, and they were all doing the same, it was the same footprint, do a collection, release a catalog, but each of the others eventually ran into a financial difficulty where the government stopped subsidies and the print shops had to close, or they would close and then reopen again. So the longevity of Cape Dorset, and the reason why it is the oldest printing studio in Canada, is that when the government pulled back funding for whatever, they could keep the studios going. And many years the studios actually kept other areas going, and then, at times when recessions were on or whatever, other areas kept the studios going. So you had 60 years of support. And within that framework, a lot of visiting artists, a lot of introduction of new techniques. So it wasn't the same old every year. There was always, something new, something exciting, which is why 60 years later, there still is great excitement about this collection.